Good afternoon, everyone. This is Linda with lindasueplantsforyou. Today I am doing an absolutely quick, shortest video I've probably ever done. I've had a couple of requests. One is the stove that you're looking at. Someone had asked me about it and she wanted to see the whole stove, so I'm starting with that. And yes, no, it's not plant related, although there is a little Hartley philodendron up there in the corner. But this is it's a rendition of an old wood cook stove that I bought many years ago. And I got to tell you the little story behind it because I know you'll appreciate it if you're in the working man's world like I am. I needed a new stove. I was down to one burner. And I wanted a 6-burner stove because at the time I did a lot of cooking. And I went into a big name store and they had a whole foyer filled with a kitchen, and this stove was not this exact one, but this stove was in that they had the cupboards and everything done up. It was really, really neat. And I wanted this stove so bad. And when I went in the store and I went to talk to the salesman, obviously I wasn't all dressed up. I was just in my normal everyday clothes. And he looked down at me and looked me up and down, and I said, "You got a stove out there in the front, an old-fashioned stove." I said, "But you don't have a price on it. I'm just wondering how much it is." And his response to me was, "If you have to ask, you can't afford it." I was never so appalled in my life. I can't even imagine that he would say that to somebody, but he did. So at the time, I was volunteering at we were in several antique stores. We had booths because we dealt with antiques, and I volunteered there twice a month. And one of the days when I went in there was shortly after this incident, and there was a picture of this stove hanging in the front of the store. And when I called on it, I found out it was a brand new stove, and it was gas, which is what I needed, and it's had 6 burners. And when they told me the price, it was the same price as the one in the store. So I was extremely excited, but at the time, they had it stored in a building that was, like dry storage, but that was also the building where the man kept his antique cars. And he was getting frustrated with his wife because they were, people were coming in and out, and he didn't want people to know what he had in that building. So he had volunteered himself and his son. My husband had a hernia at the time, so he wasn't able to lift anything, and this stove is extremely heavy. So he volunteered to deliver it. So I said, "Okay, you got a deal, but let me just go and see if my roasting pan for my turkey will fit in that oven," because I had the family here every year. I had anywhere from 13 to 25 people, and I needed to be able to make my turkey in that oven. And it did. It just fit if I put it at the very bottom. So that's the story behind the stove. I still have it. I love it. I love, love, love it. And for the 2 of you, I think, have asked me about this. I hope that you get to see this, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay. Now, the purpose for my video today, though, is this right here. This is what I've been mentioning off and on for a while now. This is my island. I finally got my island after all these years. My husband built it for me from scratch. And as you can see, it houses all of my plant stuff. And it's got a laminate top, obviously, because marble is extremely expensive. And I don't know if you can, there, now you can see it, the pattern. Make sure I'm all the way out. And it's so nice. It's so handy. It's on wheels, so I can roll it around. He did a wonderful job on the woodworking to match We have a very rustic kitchen, so it matches everything. And he also designed the wood on the side here. He made it so that if we ever want to add cupboards at a later date, we're able to do that. I'm sorry, yeah, cupboard doors, I should say. I didn't really want I don't want doors on it. It's something else for me to trip over, and it's inconvenient, so I just want to, so you can see the detail in the rustic wood. It's so pretty, and it's so handy. The only problem that I have now is he likes to set things on it. You know, and for years I begged him to, let's get an island, because I didn't have any workspace. When I'd have people, the family over for dinner, I didn't have anywhere to prepare the food. So I had to bring in folding tables, and I hated that. Well, the more and more I got into plants, actually when I started doing the YouTube videos is where it really became an issue, where I would work at my sink, and on that counter behind that plant there, that's where, in fact, you can see right now, there are pots up there that need to be washed. And that's the place I have to put them. Well, if he was preparing a meal or making his lunch or whatever he needed a place to do that. And my stuff was always in his way. So that's how I got my island finally. Isn't that funny? When he needed the room, I get the island. And yes, honey, if you end up watching this, you know that's the truth. So anyway, that's that. And my dirty kitchen window there, with my plants growing up. They're doing pretty good up in there. My philodendrons are... But I gotta finish up my dishes here, and I gotta sit down and rest today. But I did want to show you this, you guys. And for those of you that are following me, I just want to let you know that I do have an appointment on Friday with that cancer doctor, and I will know a lot more then about what my future is going to hold here, as far as what to expect, and if I'm going to be able to continue to do videos. I may have to take a break for a while. I'm hoping not. I'm hoping that it's just going to be, a couple days here and there. When you have the treatment, I guess you get kind of sick. But I'm going to try and video in between there, because I love doing it, and I'm not anywhere near ready to give up. So keep me in your prayers, and keep your toes crossed, and look for me down the road. I will keep you posted. And if you don't hear anything, then just know that no news is good news, okay? All right, well, that's it for today. I told you it was going to be short. Thank you for coming. I hope you enjoyed it. And I really hope you enjoyed seeing my wonderful island. So nice. Alrighty. You guys take care now. Bye.